this is Mr. Hornsby, and this is the Mr. Hornsby 83 show. Now, earlier I did a video reviewing the entrance grade Goldberg figure. Or at the end I gave you a Stone Cold Goldberg title for title match, but neither man won. It was a draw. But anyway, so apparently I can't live stream no more, even though the last time I did a video was a couple weeks ago, and that was a live stream for Wrestlemania, which was the end of Wrestlemania. So I'm going just to give my review of Wrestlemania 13. This pay-per-view is worse than what I thought it was when I initially used to watch it when I was a teenager, because I was like, wow, this was worse than what I thought it was. Anyway, so the show kicks off with a battle royal. Got Doug Furnas and Philip LaFont teaming up against the Headbangers, the Godwins, and another team. I can't remember who they are. But, so I'm giving my review of WrestleMania 13. But, anyway, the Headbangers won this match. Nothing really special, I don't think, anyway. Alright, then next up we had Triple H versus Goldust. Now, the story between Triple H and Goldust. Oh, yeah, by the way, the stipulation for that match, if they won, was they would get a tag team title shot at Owen Hart and the Bulldog the next night on Raw. Which I don't think happened because they started the whole Hart Foundation angle at that time. But, so next up we had Triple H and Goldust. This match wasn't that bad, but wasn't great either. The match ends with Triple H, aka Hunter Hearst Helmsley, knocking Goldust into Marlena because she's up on the apron, and Marlena falls into Chyna's hands, and Chyna just swings her around like a rag doll. And Triple H wins with the pedigree. Nothing match, like I said. Like I said, this pay-per-view is a lot worse than what I used to think of it. When I rewatched it, I'm like, wow, this is worse than what I used to think of it. Yeah, that's how it goes. Alright, next up was the Intercontinental title match between Rocky Maivia versus the Sultan. The Sultan was Rikishi before Rikishi became Rikishi, and the most significant thing for this thing was when Bob Backlund and Iron Sheik were in there helping the Sultan beat the crap out of the Rocky Maivia, and oh yeah, the New Blackjacks was the other team in there, but they got disqualified early in the match. Anyway, back to this match, but the big thing about this match was Rocky Johnson came out at the end to save his son Dwayne, and this was around the time where fans were really starting to turn on Rocky Maivia. They were cheering him for the first couple months, and then right around WrestleMania time, they were starting to boo him. So Rocky Maivia became The Rock eventually, not too much longer after this, which was probably a better gimmick for him than freaking Rocky Maivia, because it was just lame. So yeah, this match, nothing really special. It is what it is. Pretty much lame. Next up, though, was the best match on the card, which was the Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart I Quit match. This was the match that was famous for the double turn of Bret Hart and Steve Austin. Was also famous for Steve Austin never quitting. He never said he quit. He just passed out because he was gushing blood by the time Bret Hart put the sharpshooter on him. And you kind of seen of a little bit of Bret Hart's heel turn after the match where Ken Shamrock was special referee at the time too. But you kind of seen Bret Hart's heel side start to come out. It fully came out the next night on Raw, where he totally went heel. Honestly, this match should have been main event, and this match should have been for the World Wrestling Federation title because it was the best, like I said, best match on the show. That was the match everybody was looking forward to the most on that card that year, and pretty much, I mean, the double turn was perfect, but, you know, because of Shawn Michaels not wanting to return the favor of taking the loss to Bret Hart, doing a job for Bret Hart like Bret Hart did the job for him the year prior, it ended up being this. But it was still a great match, and like I said, best match on the show. Alright, so next up was Legion of Doom teaming with Ahmed Johnson against the Nation of Domination. This was when Savio Vega and Crush were part of them. And not too much long after this, Farouk fired Crush, Savio Vega, the guys that wrapped him to the ring. They fired everybody except for D'Lo Brown. Then they brought in Kama Mustafa, then Mark Henry, then The Rock. Well, actually, at first it was Ahmed Johnson. He had turned heel later that year and joined them, but then he got turned on by the Nation and The Rock replaced him. Which I might eventually down the road do a video about Ahmed Johnson in WWF. But overall, this match, it was a Chicago street fight. This was the one where Ahmed Johnson Pearl River plunged D'Lo Brown through the table and won. And yeah, Ahmed Johnson and the Legion of Doom won the match and went on to do nothing. Ahmed Johnson went on to do nothing after that, but anyway. Now to the main event, which was Undertaker versus Psycho Sid for the WWF Championship, aka World Wrestling Federation Championship. And there was a lot of shenanigans in this match. I mean, first off, you have the match. Before it starts, Shawn Michaels comes out to do commentary. Then you get, after Sid and Undertaker came out, Bret Hart comes out. Bret Hart interferes in the match like several times. And honestly, that shows you that Bret Hart should have been in the main event of this match. Not Sid and not Undertaker. Now, if it was Bret Hart and Undertaker for the title, that'd be a different story, but it wasn't. We didn't get Bret Hart and Undertaker for the title until SummerSlam that year. But this match was an alright match. It was, you know, nothing special, but it was not totally stupid either, so kudos for these guys putting on a decent WrestleMania match. But pretty much it ended with Undertaker getting a big win, becoming the World Wrestling Federation champion for a second time. His first reign ended shortly, and plus there was a lot of controversy around it because of Hulk Hogan's politicking at the time. But pretty much after this, we didn't see Sid too much at WWF. He made a couple more appearances, and then he was pretty much gone from the company and re-emerged in WCW in '99. So overall, WrestleMania 13 was not that great of a WrestleMania. I mean, when I was a teenager, I loved that pay-per-view. I thought it was great at the time. I did, but rewatching it a couple weeks ago, I see that or a week or so ago, I see it was not as great as I remember it being. But overall, I give it a 2.5 out of 5. There were some things that you could enjoy. They further the Bret Austin. A lot of it revolved around the Bret Austin match, so, you know. We saw Shamrock's debut. We seen that The Rock was on the verge of turning into... We seen that Rocky Maivia was on the verge of turning into The Rock by this point. So many things were going on. But I didn't do this last week, like I said. I want to apologize because I took a break off from YouTube last week. I was just so exhausted I didn't feel like doing no YouTube videos. But, you know, I apologize for that. Now I'm going to throw out a couple shout outs. I'm only going to do 3. And then I'm going to end this video. But, first shout out goes to Black Ops Killer. He does a lot of Call of Duty videos. He does a lot of Fortnite videos. He does Friday the 13th videos. He does a lot. Next up is Mr. I believe it's Mr. Happy or Fix now. Sorry, Trevin, if I screwed it up. But, yeah. Mr. Happy or something like that is, you know, Trevin's new change the name. And Heavy Metal Turtle. Since, you know, I want to do WrestleMania 14 reviews, so what I'll do next week, or maybe, yeah, I might do 3 videos next week, do the WrestleMania review, because I'm starting Batman month for this month, and then the next month, I'm doing an X-Men month, and then, you know, got the Mortal Kombat month coming up, then you got, anime month and all that stuff coming up, so. But yeah, that'll do it. What were your guys' thoughts on WrestleMania 13? I thought it was a 2.5 show out of 5, but a lot of it revolved around, you know, Brett and Austin, also Undertaker getting a proper championship win, all that stuff, after being with the company for so many years. But that'll do it for this one. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. Follow me on my Facebook. Did it again. Follow me on my Twitter at Mr. Hornsby83. And I will catch you guys with possibly a review of WrestleMania 35. Sunday, I don't know. It depends on how I feel about the freaking show. I'm not doing a WrestleMania party with my brother this year because these last couple of WrestleManias have ran longer than what they should have, but that'll do it. Catch you guys later, and peace out.